How the ego react to the death?
Yeah. Good question. Well, of course, the ego don't want to die. So when death is coming, like in the whole life, the ego don't even want to think about death because death implies that the ego is not the controller of your reality. People think, oh, like somehow what they see, hear, smell, taste, touch, what they think, it's for them or it's from them. It's theirs. But the whole senses, all the senses, including thinking and thought, is there. It's there, and because it's there, it's recognized as there. Recognized by what? I don't know. But there's like a misconception that turns stuff like the hand into this is my hand. That's the ego doing that. And for many things, my car, my house, my bicycle, whatever, can be everything. So the ego is living like in its own world, you could say. But that world is different from reality in the sense that it's a misconception of reality. So the ego doesn't like what's happening, everything that's happening, it's not understood correctly, or we cannot understand it, but somehow the ego tries. There's this individual that's learning things and this and that, and things are happening and feeling. Like human is always learning, literally from child until death, like birth until death, human is learning. So, and the ego is attached to the identity that experience happens. Somehow, I don't know exactly how ego came to be, but it is. We have ego, you have sense of self, you have like, oh, my personality is like this, I see the world, your own beliefs, your own views, values, and it's something like you have reality and you put glasses on, like sunglasses, and you see the reality is like different color. And that color is like your perspective of the world. So, and your ego colors your perspective. Your ego is, again, many things, personality, history, this and that, all together.
And this is the reason why we survive, because of ego.
Well, yeah, the ego don't want to die. It's a survival mechanism, could be said, for the body to prioritize itself above others. For example, with having children, to get like someone to get children with, or to get money to survive, to kill an animal to eat to survive, to do all these different things to survive. Yeah. All right. So the whole life, the ego is ignoring death, right? Because thinking about death, like the possibility of death, is inherently a threat to the ego. The ego cannot handle like not being in control of itself. Like ego exists. You have an ego, but that ego is not yours. It's there, just like just like your thoughts, they are there. You didn't create them. Just like you were born in this, you didn't create it. Same with the ego. You didn't make it. You're not the master or controller, even of your sense of self, because you cannot change like that your self-view. I cannot be like, okay, damn, I have self-respect right now, I have confidence, this and that, right? You cannot, but that's already, just because you cannot do that already, it's an example of you're not in control. And death is the ultimate version of you're not in control. So when the ego approaches death, like the whole life, it turns away from them. It's like, I don't see it, where is it? It's like, oh, let me focus this one thing to not look this other thing, right? And because it's scary, it makes anxiety. If you think really, really deeply about death, and not just death, oh, maybe in the future, like one day when I'm old, I will die. No, you can literally die any moment, even right now. Your next inhale, you could die before you exhale. Or your next exhale, you could die before you inhale, you know? And it doesn't have to be a reason. From your perspective, there is no reason. It catches you off guard. And that's also like scary, like it's like you're being preyed upon, like a wild animal is like, for example, if you're like a zebra, like any moment the lion can come and kill you, and you're not in control when that will happen. So when death is closer, the older you get, the more people will become more like afraid, or because they cannot escape death. Their life is showing them, oh, I'm old. It's almost time to die. It's like a reminder. Every time you're old and you look in the mirror, it's like a reminder, like, oh, you can die, like you will die soon, because you're not very youthful. Because of course, we assume when we old, we die. So when you get old, you cannot say anymore, oh, when I'm even older, I would know it can happen any moment. Even now can happen any moment, but people ignore that part. So, and yeah, death is scary. We don't want to acknowledge scary stuff, so we ignore it.
We react like monkey.
Yeah, we're in panic. From death, we become panicking because we realize, no, you're not in control. Even if you want to be, you're not in control. Like, and even let's say, oh, you don't believe your heart will stop right now, like, or you will stop breathing right now. An atom bomb can drop on your head right now without you noticing, and you're dead. So it's not even about, it's like many different ways, right? And yeah, you can prepare for death, but that's a different way, how to prepare for death. But what I'm gonna say is, we don't like to even think about it because it's
we don't want
scary,
to die.
it's uncomfortable, we don't want to die. Yeah.
Like we want to live more. It's
But-
like beautiful gift
Yeah.
that we don't understand as young people.
Maybe for some people life is not a beautiful gift. It's like a curse. Really.
I
Not-
don't disagree.
So it's different, but just like, yeah. Last thing before the camera dies, just like you think that like you were born without your permission, you will die without your permission. So yeah, peace out.